So inhale T, exhale star, inhale namaste, exhale reverse. Inhale T, exhale star, inhale namaste, exhale reverse. Inhale T, just doing this a few times. Exhale star, inhale namaste, exhale reverse. Great. All right, let's bring the bottoms of the feet together, knees open wide. We're just going to flow through our Bada, swing Bada. Not yet. Push the knees down towards the ground so that you know where we're going. So get the hips open, you know. You want to really get maximum space in the body. And then from there, go ahead and reach up and grab for the leg loops. So when you grab for the leg loops, push the hips up towards the sky, but keep leaning back. You'll get this amazing stretch through the front of the body. This is flying monkey. So from flying monkey, I am just going to sit down, open up my legs, keep holding on. Okay. I did this little trick where I thread my hands around the leg loops. So I spread one and then make sure that there's an X. So when there's an X, really good transition. Push the hips up towards the sky and lean back. So this is moving into W. So we're going for the wow. But not too much, too fast. So sit back down. That's really beautiful. Sit back down and bring the feet together. Let's repeat the sequence. So we're first in the swing Bada, and then we go through flying monkey. Big stretch to the front of the body. And then sink the hips down and start to open up. So we're first in our wide straddle, right? We can do our little arm strengthenings here, our bicep curls. Keeping the legs wide. This is challenging. So we're getting the upper body strength and the opening in the hips at the same time. And then we lean back. So when we lean back, the idea is we want to start to stretch the legs overhead. We can do that by pulling more strongly. Or we can be relaxed about it. So today, let's just be relaxed about it. So just lean back and stretch the arms. Don't try to get the legs up over the head. Those are two separate poses. This is W, and then that's wow. So you can go from W to wow. But release the hands, really good. Arch and open. So the idea is you're arching and opening the torso. All right. Let's just spend a few minutes starting to cool down. We're going to come back through our floating pigeon on the right. So in the floating pigeon, we're wanting to get the bottom of the foot on the inner thigh. So we climb up with the left hand, pull the hips forward, release the right arm out to the side. Now in floating pigeon, from floating pigeon we go into our ninja here. So side tree is relaxed, ninja is really engaged. So just see if you want to be relaxed about it or if you really want to engage. And then try bending the back knee. Try bending the right elbow and supporting the head. So this is supermodel. And then if we want to come into the hooked pigeon, which is more challenging, you take the left hand and grab for the left butt. Now if we want to get deeper into the pose, we hook the fingertips and lean back, which brings us into more of a back bend. That one is really challenging, so don't do it if it's too much. Just stay in the therapeutics and pull the foot. The main thing is to create space in the body. So if that creates any compression in the body, don't do it. Right? So today, in particular, when we're working on the therapeutics, we're creating space. Beautiful. And go ahead and release and come through our windshield wipers. Use the forearm press so you can keep the chest open and take pressure off the underarms. And let the hips hang. Sway it out from side to side. Even here, you'll feel this nice big opening through the side body. just by hanging and swaying. Very nice. Whee. And when you feel ready, we're going to come back through our wide straddle T. Bend the left knee in. Come through floating pigeon, so we prepare the body. I pull up and let the bottom of the foot find the inner thigh. So I keep holding on with my right. Left arm floats and flies. Push the hips forward so that left knee points down towards the earth. And then you can bend the back leg, let the left hand support the head, bend the left elbow. So this is moving towards supermodel. Now this might be enough for today. If you want to take that right hand and grab for the right foot, you can pull the foot in for the hooked pigeon. Okay, and if you really want to go deeper, only if it feels right, you can clasp the fingers and arch. It's a big stretch. So only do it if you can keep the openness. Just hang out there. Beautiful. That looks great. Okay, when we are ready, we release. We start to expand the legs. Expand the arms. One more windshield wiper pose. So go ahead and try a variation and use chillaxin arms. And let the legs just... Yeah, go for it. Please. Mm-hmm. Well, I can't see your legs. And the question was, is that good to do? Well, the thing is you always want to hold on to your anchors. So the question was about coming into like a deeper split. So if you hold on to your anchors, which is the only thing that you're not doing that pose, that this is called lounging. And then this is the dancing Shiva. So I always hold on here. So you're going like this and leaning forward is what I'm seeing. And so right. Yeah, no, it's totally fine, but what you did to turn is you let go of your anchors, which is totally okay to do, because it's just like playtime. Yeah, so that's fine. So I don't teach that way because it's called open chain movement, and, somebody could hurt themselves, but if you're really flexible and, you want to play, it's totally okay. Usually what I'm doing is teaching beginners, so I want them to always have an anchor. So when you hold on to your anchor points, then you have like a smaller amount of limitation and variation, like distance that you can go. So you can move in that direction, but as soon as I let go of my anchor, then I don't have stability in the pose. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I would teach it in the way that I always hold on, but when you're just playing and you're just moving in space, you can definitely get creative with it and flow a little bit more. That's totally fine. But that's just playtime. We moved out of the yoga and more into the play. But that's why I call it aerial yoga play, because there are lots of different variations and lots of different things to make up. And I love making stuff up, so please do explore and then show me what you come up with. It's really fun. So we're going to move into our high diver here and come into, I move through that really fast. Okay, So of course the hands are going to stay around the swing in front of the leg loops and then lean forward. So we always keep our anchor with the swing. Okay, just for those watching the video. They're like, what did they do? Okay, and I'm going to let myself float. So the most important thing is that we have the leg loops in the sweet spot because we want to open up the front of the pelvis to release the back. That's our focus for today. Okie dokie. So from our floating position, we're going to bend our knees and bend the elbows and come through flying butterfly. So in the flying butterfly, I call it fluttering. I'm just going to move the knees around. I keep pressing the hips down towards the ground, but I'm looking for that openness. I'm looking for that opening wherever it is tight. So Barbara, like you were just showing me, now I let there be a little bit more incorporation of play into the pose. So I want the exploration to happen because every person's tight spot might be a little bit different. We're really allowing for an opportunity for that stickiness to resolve itself. So I'm going to extend my legs. I'm going to start to lower myself down. So one arm at a time, I land it, and we're in a version of upside down dog. So when I'm on my elbows, on my forearms, I call it cobra. So this is upside down dog. This is up dog. Elbows bent, I call it a cobra. Just for fun. And so in this pose, let's go ahead and play and get a little more swagger in the swing. Just see if you can open up the front of the hips. See if there can be a little bit more release in the back as well as engagement. And then pull forward, one more wide straddle forward fold. Should feel really good. So I'm pressing back. Okay. And then when I lift up, you might be a little lightheaded, just be careful and catch the swing. So arms up towards the sky, wrap your arms around. And now I'm going to show you how I do, this is going to be our last pose for today. I'm going to show you how I do a little bit of strengthening here for the core. So I find my handholds. This is new to you. And it's definitely not super challenging, but challenging enough. But I find my handholds, and then there's two options. You can just lift with bent knees, right? So the leg loops are still high up. So pull the knees up into the chest. So we have the leg loops as like training wheels to help us go deeper. Or you can try straight legs, which is harder. But just try doing a little core strengthening here, wherever you can do 10. Okay, so the leg loops are helping us lift. Cool. And then from there, after we got our core activated, we could come into some flips. But we're not doing flips today. No acrobatics today, just therapeutics. So that's a nice way to really use the arms, use the core, get the belly nice and strong after all that opening. And it's also okay to do that movement with bent knees. So it's really nice to have the leg loops still on the body, to have that little bit of extra support while strengthening the core, right? And a little massage on the legs. Go ahead and spread it out and get on in. We're going to make our transition to Shavasana. I'm going to let you just rest here. A nice 5-minute Shavasana would be really good after such an amazing practice. And you have a choice to let your legs just dangle. You can also bring them into the full length of the leg loops. Or you can let the legs come up the sides of the swing into a Viparita variation. But wherever you are, just let yourself drop. Just let yourself feel fully supported and begin the body's journey into full relaxation, into integration and transformation. We're going to particularly focus on letting the hips sink down and be relaxed. So even if you feel like you already got comfortable, drop a little bit more, just another 1/2 inch. Drop and let the swing fully hug and support you.